Hey, good morning, dream catchers. I'm coming to you from Boca Raton, Florida, and I just left a leadership call with Mary Kay, awesome, amazing women, and it really it just prompted me and inspired me to send and record this video. So this is going to women who either I feel like I've slighted you in really like being your coach, your director, your teacher. And I just want to share that my focus and vacations are great and you can sometimes feel guilty, which I have battled that this week, but I head home tomorrow. And I think, what I'm refreshed and rejuvenated in is really building this team to be number one. I want to have, at least 50 consultants because as you folks are part of the team, it will be more and more fun the more people we have joining our unit meetings and the more people we have buying inventory and selling roll-up bags and doing more classes, even virtually, because I think most of you that I'm sending this to don't live local to me, which it's a good thing that Mary Kay has the ability for us to work virtually, right? So I want to start doing at least two virtual skincare, and we can call them skincare classes slash trainings. My encouragement to you would be invite guests, and I'm going to encourage myself to make sure I always have guests as well. Women who just can't get to my studio, women who I've met on Facebook or I've just met and they're a distance from me. So let's agree to I think a Sunday, either early evening or later on a Sunday when women are they're settled in and this would be a good opportunity as well as for us, right? So I think Sunday evenings, 8 o'clock, Thursday evenings when we have our unit meeting should always be skincare training, classes if we have guests, and then training. And here's what I want to start encouraging you. Like, for most of you that I'm sending this to, and even if you've been in this for a while, I really do think a launch of your business is a great idea because one of the women was talking, one of the directors was talking about how she does this, and it was for new people. But let's say you just joined in the last, it could even be a year, and you never really had that big walloping, kickoff. Um, Invite 20 people and you can even partner. So I've got, a couple people, mother daughters. I've got a couple people who are friends, and then some who kind of in the same geographic area, each other, maybe you go to the same school, same church. And I we can combine it and do skincare. And this is virtual, right? So women don't have to worry about how they're getting people together, where they're going to do this at. Let's do it online and let's just, and this is where I am going to send you new recordings of both my welcome for not only for you to re-listen to, but for, people that you might want to share the opportunity with. This is what they will get, but only after they've submitted their agreement. And I'm going to do an inventory video. And I think that my pivot this morning, my big pivot, is to get out of the discomfort of talking about, having inventory. If you really want to look at this as a business, which I am definitely, I've been watering this down. Okay. So, it's doing a disservice to any woman who wants to come in and earn money, make something of this business, to tell her that she doesn't need inventory. That's kind of just flat out a disservice to her as a me being a good coach, a good director, a good mentor, because we can't do this business without inventory. So when you go to a party, if you don't have roll-up bags, it's a disservice to the women you're doing the skincare for. It's a disservice to yourself because if she wants to go home with something, you have to kind of say, well, let's order it. I'll have it for you next week. That's if she went to Ulta, she could just pick it off the shelf, right? Or Sephora or CVS for that matter, Target, right? So I want us to pivot our mindset on more of this being an actual thriving business that it is. For 60, almost 63 years, Mary Kay set this up so women could have a viable, thriving, and it's like a franchise. So it's not just intended to be, kind of a hobby status. Now, if you want to do it as a hobby, that's a different story. But I think I'm sending this to the people who have a need, whether it's financial, maybe it's the sisterhood, maybe it's you need a career path. Who wants to promote themselves? And I haven't been doing enough of that. So anyway, I think as I grow in my journey with Mary Kay as a director, and truth be told, if you all aren't as familiar with me as some of you are, I've only been a director for a year. So I am still in the learning process. And I think what I've been doing is having comfortable conversations, having, play to not lose conversations. And I think it's more important that I set expectations that, hey, if you really want to make money, if you really want to have a business, you have to think as a business owner, not just an order taker, because an order taker is like an Avon lady, a Tupperware lady. They aren't going to be able to give you anything right then and there. We're in a different, the model that Mary Kay set up. It's like, no, the woman is there. She's putting this awesome stuff on her face. You want to be able to say to her, okay, if money were no object, what do you want to go home with today? And you want to have the roll-up bag, to show her and demonstrate. So um, that's number one. And then number two, I want to start with this coming week. So today is Friday, May the 9th, with a boot camp. And let's go through the boot camp training. It really isn't much. It's 1 hour of your time. And I think it will help, especially for those of you who really haven't started your business yet. This will help you. It will help you with where do I start, right? What am I need to do? And that way you've got something that I'm pouring into you without us having to be on the phone together, without us having to schedule a meeting, because I get it. Everybody's busy. And so I think these kind of videos to all of you, as well as having some training that has been imparted from our national, who's, amazing. And she was trained by Mary Kay. Why not? It's the best of the best of the best. So here's what I want to ask each and every one of you. First of all, respond to me that number one, you listen to this, and what are your takeaways? What might you do differently after listening to this? And how can I help you? So if you don't have inventory, let's have that conversation first. And, if you started a business anywhere else, you make an investment. And the beauty of this Mary Kay opportunity is you could get a loan or a credit card that's dedicated just to your inventory, order, so that you have enough to service people and your faces, and then just pay it off. You could have it paid off because we're not talking $10,000. A good inventory order is probably $3,600 order, which is $7,200 in product. And that gives you enough roll-up bags to service, I don't know, 15 to 20 women. That's all. And even if you are selling bits and pieces out of that roll-up bag, you've got inventory of all the things, and I'd help you put that together, right? And then you're putting it on a card. You're not taking out of your family budget. For the newest people on here, you could apply for a Mary Kay online credit card, and they are offering either 6 months or 12 months without interest. And there you go, right? You pay it off in that time frame, and you basically got money to start your business without paying interest along the way. So thank you for tuning in. I will ask you to text me or Vox me your feedback on this, and then I will start sending out the invitations for the Sunday and the Thursday that you can give to, your people that you meet. And that makes it very easy, right? Because all you have to do is say, well, hey, why don't you join us on Sunday evening? Just an hour. You'll get a chance. If I can get to you soon enough, you'll have samples. If not, just watch. You're going to get a chance to see and hear what Mary Kay's all about. You'll get to watch a skincare class, and then we can connect later with samples. It doesn't have to, there's no one way. It does not have to be, well, I can't do it because I don't have anything to give her as far as samples go. And so I'll send these out. I'm going to send the link to the boot camp #1, and we will start with that. Actually, you can listen to it as soon as you get it. So thank you. And just know that I feel kind of excited and inspired to pivot and run this Dreamcatcher unit a little differently and a little more expectantly, in that we're going to do this and we're going to do it together. So if you're interested in promoting yourself, if you're interested in making money, which is why you joined, right? Let's talk. Thank you.